School. This is pretty much, I think maybe my fifth or my sixth national competition that I've judged. I have competed nationally 4 times. I am the chairperson of the Cooley, all 5 campuses. I think we have 5 now. I'm the chairperson of my trial board, and I am the teacher of trial skills. So I am headed to DC to work for the Johnny Cochran firm next month. So any critiques that I give, take them with good credibility. Trust me, I've done this so many times. I guess I'll start with prosecution. Page your opening statement. I like the continuous theme between you two, the plan, a scheme. Only critique I had about you was just pace yourself. I can tell you you were going fast for a minute, then you slowed down for a minute, and I was just like, okay, but everything was good. You hit everything that you were supposed to hit. As far as your previewing your witnesses, you explained your burden of proof, which is good. That's what I was, looking for. Taryn, is it?
Yeah.
Taryn, okay. It wasn't a robbery, but a plan. I think that was your thing? Okay. You had a great explanation of reasonable doubt, and I liked y'all's collective case that y'all pretty much tried to put the focus on everybody else and try to take it off the defendant, which is exactly what you need to do, what you want to do. And you previewed the holes in the prosecution's case, what we could expect. So I thought that was good. As far as you all's, I'll go closing statements since I won't open this. Your closing statements, Terrence, I think you did a great job. Okay. I think it was amazing. And then it was a continuous theme throughout the closing statement and the rebuttal, which I think you pretty much attacked the defendant's case in the rebuttal and pretty much with the nail in the coffin, on that one. So I think you did a great job. You both summarized your cases through your witnesses. You just did it with a little bit more specificity. Great reflection. I can see the passion. I can see you've argued this a few times because you kind of got into it. You definitely did everything that you were supposed to do procedural. Monica, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. You did the same thing. You attacked the prosecution's case and witnesses. You removed the focus from the defendant, which was great. You explained the burden of proof. The only thing that I think what threw me off was the analogy with the White House.
Yeah. I literally was like, a lot of things happened during the trial that weren't expected. And so I normally have more time to memorize it. So literally, That was probably the most improv one I've done yet. So as soon as I said it, I was just like, I don't know if that's even legally correct.
Pretty sure that's threatening the president.
Yeah, take it out. I had a question mark and I said, oh no, stay away from the complicated analogies, But I do understand, when you're in there and you just black out, anything can come out of your mouth. So I do understand that one. You had a continuous theme as well. You kept going with the defendant was strangely absent, through all the testimony and the statements and everything. So I do like that. And you summarized both sides, of the case. So I think you all did great jobs on that. I'm not going to go into everybody as far as your directs and your crosses. I do think just the only one thing that everybody needs to work on is just thinking on your feet. The objections, I know sometimes it throws you off, but it's always something I've always been taught by my coaches is, always, if you don't know what you want to respond to, as soon as somebody objects to you, it throws you off most time, but just ask, Yana, may I respond? That gives you not a lot of time, but it gives you, a few seconds to get yourself together. And don't be afraid to take a couple of seconds and say, don't try to respond just, straight out. Just say, okay. Take a minute for yourself, breathe, then respond. It's not going to kill you. We're not going to take away points. The judge is not going to kill you because you need to get your thoughts together. So that's what I've always been told, and it's always worked. So I think everybody did a great job.
I'll go off of what he was saying. I'll start with the opening statement. The prosecution did a really good job with the opening statement, but you have to mention the venue and the elements of the crime. Did you guys mention the elements? I know you mentioned what the crimes were, but you got to really talk about the elements, especially the venue, because that could cause a mistrial if you don't state those in the opening.
I was going to say, it should have been, I know I probably should have stated it in my opening, but all of it was already stipulated to it.
I see. Just make sure to throw it in there next time. I thought you did a good job explaining beyond reasonable doubt, both in the opening and the closing. The common sense and logic, that was a really good way to explain that. Defense, very persuasive in your opening few lines that you used. I thought you wrote the case really well, where witnesses you're gonna call, that type of thing. Again, it's kind of hard to talk about all the specifics of direct and cross. I made specific comments for everybody, so you can read them later, but generally speaking, on cross, you have to control the witness on cross-examination. I noticed that some of the times the witness would start bullying, one of the attorneys, so you really gotta control them and not let them elaborate on their answers too much. As far as the closing, closing was really well done. I mean, I think we were talking about it, described it as the nail in the coffin on the rebuttal, so it was really good. His only plan was not getting caught. I thought that line was really effective. It stuck with me for some reason. I don't know. It just was a good line. On the defense, I thought you did a really good job in the closing, attacking the prosecution, all the witness testimony that with your side. I thought you did really good poking holes in the prosecution's case. And everything else was pretty much stated, so I don't really have anything else too general to talk about, but I put specific comments in everybody's form, so. Anything else to add?
No.
Okay. Well, great job. Actually, I'm really curious, where did you guys learn the rules of evidence? Did you guys know them really well? It's just.
Well, we're from.
We just pick it up.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Well, we played Jeopardy and had starbursts thrown at us,
Okay.
which when pain is involved, we learn very well.
I got you. You guys, you don't have a class or anything, you just learn it?
We had a professor that used to be an attorney that aided us with that first
Say
process.
Stephen Good, Irving Younger States, like.
Wow.
Yeah.
Took me 2 evidence classes to
Right.
really nail it down, So you guys got it really, did really well with it, so. Are there any questions? We'll talk after. Or?
To really,
Not
yeah,
yet.
5 things I
Way to rock your mentor there.
Oh yeah, Pat Lixon, that's how we know the,